Alright guys, it has been a little while since I've properly tried to play Airport CEO. After part 4, because in part 4 we had several issues that I had to try and fix, and then after part 4 I took about a month and a half off. So before part 4 it was about a month to try and let the game update and patch and fix some of the issues, and then part 4 to part 5, which is now, it's overall been about 2.5 months. So from part 3 to now, it's about 2.5 months of actual real world time. And I delayed that much so that they could try to fix some of the major issues that I've been having with the game and a lot of the problems that have been going on in the game itself. So let's take a look at a couple of those problems now. Okay, so how did that guy get up there now? See, something glitched badly, and I just ate a massive negative. Yep, see, forced error. I just lost 1% I had from him. God dang. There's got to be a problem with that. I can build there, so that must be the problem. Yes, so now let's do this. Let's get rid of you and rid of you. Now we can do shoot. Let's lag. I don't have a way to do a funky room. There, staff room rebuilt. And let's make sure the doorway is staff only. I can't. Oh well, whatever. Okay, so hopefully my staff will be okay now. What are you waiting on? Alright, so let's try this. Quit to menu. Yes. New Haven International. Yes. Alright, now let's see what happens. I am out of fuel. Request a fuel truck. There they go, there they go. Look at that. Look at that. There's my fuel truck. Where are you going? Why are you going that way? Okay. I'm at 100%. Now we should be able to get some things happening. But none of my employees are actually doing anything. Which is a problem. Oh my gosh, everything is broken and nothing is working. Okay, so how do I tell you to go somewhere and do something? Guys, seriously, I need you to go to work. We have airport problems. I've got billions of passengers sitting around, airplanes waiting to do stuff. Come on. Look at all this mess. So the people are glitched and can't do anything. Great. These guys are just using the seating area out here. I don't know what to do in order to get them going. If I delete the door, it's not going to do anything. Hey, there they go. They're out of there. Are you guys gonna... Oh man, look at all the people leaving. Holy crap. Alright, let's speed this up and see what happens. Agents are at posts. Things are getting fixed in the toilets. I have a mass exodus of people from my airport. Everybody's pissed off. Planes are finally pushing. Got a monstrous line of everybody wanting to go. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna call it here because nothing's happening properly. This is the same glitch that broke the game earlier, and I think I'm still running into that. Because, see, I got ramp agents standing out here, planes not serviced and turned around, so yeah, I'm gonna have to wait for another update, so I apologize for that. So yeah, the progression or degradation of the game's quality from 2.5 months ago to now has been pretty astounding. They've added some cool things, made some adjustments, done a lot of patches, but the overall playability of the game, at least for me, has gotten a lot worse, to the point where I'm not really actually playing the game. I'm just trying to fix broken things and make the game function properly. I've uninstalled the game, reinstalled the game a couple of times. Tonight alone, just trying to do a part 5 video, which this is my third attempt at actually trying to get something out of it, and I've kind of given up at the moment. I've exited in and out of the menu, gosh, how many times? I mean, all I've been trying to do is to remove the old conveyor belt system that was my first attempt at baggage that I really didn't have a chance to properly think through and implement because everything was broken so much, and then trying to get my construction workers to get the crates to expand the road, to adjust the terminal that I was building out to put a new area in. I've spent 2.5 hours essentially tonight, close to 3 hours, just fighting with the game. I think I've been out to the menu, out of the game, into the game 10 to 15 times, exiting out, just trying to get something to happen. I've reinstalled the game twice, thank you fast internet, and it still doesn't work properly. I get maybe 3 to 5 minutes of some actual functionality in it before kind of everything breaks again. At one point, the game froze. I was trying to do a bug submission within the game, and the form itself froze. I was in the middle of typing. I'd taken a screenshot. It came back with the screenshot. I was finishing up my typing, and in the middle of typing, the form submission just went blank, and I couldn't exit out of it. I couldn't get the menu to function properly. I had to Alt F4 the game. Now, before I Alt F4'd, I tried to do Alt Enter to see if I could kind of wake it up by going in and out of windowed mode, and I could go in and out of windowed mode without any problem. But when I came back from windowed mode, my game had forcibly locked itself into my desktop's native resolution, which is like a 5K ultra-wide resolution. And while I can play with that solo, it really doesn't work for videos. So that's why everything for a little while here appears super ultra-wide. Yay! I couldn't fix that. Even when I exited out the launch options, you can select your desktop resolution before you launch the game. I set it to be 1980 by 1200, native resolution of one of my monitors, and it just wouldn't stick. I uninstalled, reinstalled the game a couple of times, and it's still just completely broken. The airport itself seems to be functional, at least at the moment. Most of my airport AI seems to be working magically, but like my staff, my ramp agents, ticket agents, all of that stuff seems to be, for the most part, fully functional. The people AI randomly glitch, where they will just stop in a spot and decide they can't go somewhere. They won't move. At other times, I will run into my builders that just sort of roam the airport. Somehow they got in the back of the airport when they didn't go anywhere, and there's nothing back there for them to do. So it's like they're lost trying to find pathing. Now, I ran into another issue where a couple planes were trying to push, and I noticed just a big pile of people running in this middle of between the seating that I had and the ticket counter, essentially, or the boarding counter, or check-in desk, whatever it was. There's just a spot right there where it seems the pathing kind of routes everybody right through that area, and they just run around in circles doing nothing. They can't get in, they can't get out. So the airplanes don't push properly. When that particular glitch happens, eventually it seems to right itself and they all get on the plane and leave. But it's really random. Typically a log out, log back in, or exit out to the menu and back will get that issue to fix for a minute. As soon as I load the game, I get maybe 15 seconds of proper functionality, and then it kind of all goes to pot again. In those 50 seconds, whatever route they pick, they do. Once that task is done, they're broken. They can't seem to build their agenda of tasks to perform. Now, Chris, on the previous video, mentioned that when he didn't put windows in up front, and when he connected the stands to the check-in desks and ticket counters and all that stuff, it created a hole in the building where he put his doors. And if you remember in my earlier videos, I mentioned that my passengers were heading towards a window, getting stuck, and then they would walk around to the door. Well, now that's been kind of amplified where the doors are broken, and you can see that all of my passengers are just sort of walking through the windows because the doors are broken and the pathing is completely broken now. So whatever they're doing in the game, it's gotten worse. And it's humorous, but also a little aggravating at the same time. And I'm not new to playing early access games. I debated between Sim Airport, whatever it was, and this one because I wanted to balance the robust ability of, hey, there's a lot to manage, there's a lot to build, there's a lot of features and functionality, and stability and fun. And at the time, Airport CEO was developing nicely. It was running pretty stably. I watched a couple of videos online. Everything looked good. And for the first few times I played it, there weren't really that many major issues. There were a couple bugs, but nothing debilitating, and I was having a lot of fun. And then this AI glitch kind of started, and it's gotten progressively worse. Every single time I've tried to actually play the game, something is more broken than it was before. And while a few minor things get fixed, what gets broken is worse than what was before. So it's kind of a catch-22. Now, I've played a lot of other games in early access, and I know what I'm getting into, so I'm not surprised by those issues, but I haven't really seen one where over the span of essentially 3 months, things have gotten progressively this much worse to the point where there's no improvement. I mean, yes, a patch may cause a problem, but usually there's a rollback or they quickly fix what was majorly broken and the game gets back on track for development. So because of kind of all those breaks and issues, there's really not a lot that I can actually do to show you. I mean, 3 hours of me deleting and rebuilding my worker stands or my construction worker stands, trying to move it around, trying to get them to do something is not a video that anybody wants to watch. So I'm going to take a bit of a hiatus from this game for a little while, let them sort their problems out. I'll reinstall it probably sometime in the summer, and hopefully they've got it sorted because I really, really want to get back in and play this. Every time I log in just to see if it's working, I look at my airport and I come up with new mental ideas of how I want to design the hangar structures and do all the, not hangar structures, but the terminal structures and get all these things working, how I can improve upon the design that I originally had mentally thought about doing, which wasn't the best, but I've already mentally got a better idea that may work out for everything. It just, I want to be able to get in there and do it. And I love what they've got going on here. They need to focus on some QA. And if the patch is broken, don't release it. And do some beta testing of your patches. I don't know. I know we're kind of the beta testers, but if it's broken, pull it. Go back to stability, reassess, fix, revise, and relaunch. So anyway, I apologize for some of the kind of lacking content in this game because there's not much I can do to fix the brokenness at the moment. So I will be back. I will have fun with it. I will try to, I've got some other things working with Tower 3D, so we'll have some aviation stuff to review, but I'm looking for something else to kind of fill the void while this game kind of finds itself in its existential crisis at the moment. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.